Clint Windsor and the Brock Badgers in town on Friday night to take on Pat Colleen and the Carleton Ravens in Game 1 of the two-game weekend homestand at the Ice House. Brock coming into this one on the road with a record of 3-3-2. Carleton opposing them, looking to bounce back from a weekend sweep of defeats at home. They were 4-3 entering the game. We'll pick this one up. Period 1, Jake Cardwell, halfway through the frame, is going to walk in, hold, shoot. He beats Colleen to the blocker side, and it's 1-0. He'd be a real focal point in this one as tempers would flare later on. Then Brett Gustafson into the slot, rips, beats Windsor, ties things at 1 3 minutes later. Guy in the Reds loving it, and it's 1-1. Then, still in period 1, 24 seconds later, Brett Wolichka, side of the net, beats Windsor on the loose puck scramble, 2-1 Carleton. Then, 30-odd seconds after that, Cardwell again, side of the net, scores 2-2. Not done. Minute and a half later, Ravens on the power play. It's going to be Corey DeRocher feeding Mike McNamee in front. He beats Windsor 3-2 after 1. That would be it for Windsor. Réal Cormier on in relief. Send it to the late second now. And it's Jamie Kendra wiring a one-timer to the glove side past Colleen on the power play. 3-3 after 40. Take it to the third. Francis Dupuis on in relief of Pat Colleen. 7 minutes into the third. Puck's going to be sent to the point. And Brett Gustafson wires one through traffic and past Cormier. 4-3 Carleton at that point. No quit in this Badgers team, though. Here comes Dan Tannell. He's going to follow up on the third rebound and beat Dupuis from a bad angle. That sends it to overtime. And in that overtime,
looking for ball, he shoots, he scores! Carleton Ravens take it 5-4 here in overtime. Absolute madness here at the Ice House.
Marty, just your initial thoughts on tonight's win?
Well, I think, I was happy with our start, and, obviously the power play getting a goal early, and then there's a lot of momentum shifts. Unfortunately, we ran into penalty trouble, but I thought the guys battled and worked for their chances, and, it was nice to see us come out on top. Obviously, fans don't know, but he's been battling with flu all day, and we were kind of monitoring him, and, he's a winner, and he's courageous, and, I just felt that, he didn't have much left in the tank, and he didn't want to come out because that's who he is. He's a strong competitor, and he's a great goalie, and it was just based on health. And, the flu bug's been hitting our team, and unfortunately it hit him.
What's been the difference?
Well, I think, we've continued to work on it, and we're generating some more shots, and obviously with Fraser back in the lineup, we're a little bit more composed on the blue line. At the same time, I think the Curtis Meehan line was the difference in the game in terms of the energy they brought and the momentum they created.
Francis Dupuis getting the start in net on Saturday night as the York Lions came to town. Chris Perugini the start for the 6-1-1 red-hot Lions coming into this one. Both teams coming off of OT victories on Friday night, looking to build on some momentum. We'll pick it up in the first. Francis Dupuis, wicked blocker save as Ravens on the PK here. They clear it. That would be a theme throughout this one. Another York power play late in the first. Kyle Campbell drives the net. The goal stands. Questionable. Net pops off. He looks like he directs it in with his skate. Regardless, 1-0 York after 20. Head to the second period. It's going to be Mike McNamee walking in and beating Perugini to the short side. Tie it at 1 at that point. However, York on a 2-minute 5-on-3, Justin Larson going to one-time this, an absolute cannon pass Dupuis, and it's 2-1. Completely different 5-on-3, and it's another goal this time. It's Trevor Peterson, all kinds of net staring him in the face, 3-1 York after 40. However, another York 5-on-3. Carleton spent 12 consecutive minutes shorthanded. Francis Dupuis, big reason why it was only 3-1 at the end of that incredible stretch. Look at some of these saves from Dupuis. As here's maybe his best one, cross crease, no rebound. That would be big because late in the third, Ravens threatening on their first power play in a half game, and it's Ryan Van Stralen tapping it in, 3-2. Then wraparound effort's going to fall to Brett Gustafson's side of the net. He buries it past Perugini. We're all tied up at 3. Then, inside the final minute of play, Ravens think they've won it, but the referee, Sean Reed, deems that it never crossed the line. Ultimately wouldn't matter because in overtime, Brett Wolichka leads the rush. He's got Corey DeRocher with him. He's going to drop it DeRocher is going to end up with the puck on his stick in the slot, and he finishes it past Perugini into an empty net. Ravens take it. This one a big comeback. They improve to 6-3 on the